Hello, welcome in. This is Tina from Via Feng Shui, and I'm here with my friend Jeremy Bills from Create with Jay. We are going to
Hey,
explore the month of August, which begins August 7th, I believe, and runs till the 6th or 7th of September. I'm not exactly sure. It's around there. So we're getting ready to enter this new energy, and I'm sure some of us can feel it because there's also some Western, and other energies going on out there. So we're let's Jeremy, let's start with talking about the energies that are coming in the Chinese astrology chart with this animal that's coming in. It's a yang metal monkey. That's his master element. And the heavenly support that we're getting this month with that monkey energy is yang earth energy. What do you think about that combination coming in?
it's kind of an interesting combination because the combination of young metal and young earth is extremely stubborn energy. It's kind of like immovable. When you think of the young earth energy, it's kind of like the mountain. It takes years and years and years of erosion to move it.
Hmm.
Same thing with young metal. It's kind of like New York City kind of energy. You have to be the one that maneuvers around the buildings. You have to decide how long it's going to take to get clear across town. And if you don't make the necessary adjustments, you're going to be late.
Yeah. I always see yang energy as being um, unmanageable. Like we have to adjust what we're doing, like you said, to move around it. Like you can't move a mountain. I've got to reroute. Oh, there's a detour. I have to go somewhere else. So to me, that's saying that this month's energy with just the elements is stubborn. It's going to maybe get in our way, maybe slow us down, right? Because we're having to go around or just stop and set up camp right where we're at, to reevaluate. I think a time like this is important because it gives us that pause because it's been so energetic this summer, right?
Yeah.
And this year, it's just been so fueled. And so maybe this August will bring everybody back home, get settled back into home, buy school supplies, get back out there and get prepared for settling in for the cooler months. Um, what do you think about this monkey energy, though, in kind of in contrast of that stagnant energy? Because to me, in my experience, there's nothing really stagnant, maybe stubborn about a monkey.
Yeah, it's kind of an interesting energy. The monkey's kind of a trickster. Monkey kind of likes to play tricks on us, and it was kind of funny. We had a little bit of trouble kind of connecting today on Zoom. I needed a password and I had to turn off my computer, and I was like, oh, there's the monkey. The other thing to understand about the monkey is it's opposite in the chart of the tiger.
Mhm.
So we've got that opposition happening. And since it's a tiger year, the tiger is all about unpredictability and being serious, whereas the monkey wants to lighten things up. So having that contrast or that clash in Chinese astrology
Mhm.
is going to be kind of indicative of how the month is going to go. We've got the young earth slowing things down, making us reevaluate. And the monkey is trying to lighten things up. So my prediction would be it's going to be kind of a heavy month, heavy energy.
Yeah. And I think if there's anything I've learned from the monkey, is what you're saying is to bring some humor, be curious, be silly, be goofy, and express yourself physically, not like by punching somebody out, but like rolling around, wrestling on the floor, or dancing in the living room. Doing something that's physical in nature, because they're very physical in the way that they're trying to discover the world.
Yeah.
And yeah, monkey is quite unpredictable, and sometimes he can be careless because he doesn't take things as seriously. So, like what you're saying, when we've got this monkey month that's popping in here for a whole month during this contrasting year, which is the tiger, they call that a year breaker. So, this energy is a year breaker month. So, what is that? How does that feel in your psyche and in your soul when you hear that? when we're thinking metal and earth, does that mean the earth is cracking and breaking? What are systems, old systems, maybe needing a shift? So it'll be interesting. I think you're right. It's going to be a heavy year. Um, I think we have to be careful with that monkey so that we aren't careless and we don't get into trouble. But keep it light when you can. Of course,
Yeah.
being respectful around people. um, so I love when you share about the Western astrology because there's got to be something going on right now.
I love that we're talking about this because it's a young earth month, right? That mountain energy. It kind of stops us in our tracks. It kind of pushes on the brakes to the car. We've got 4 planets in retrograde right now in the Western astrology world. We've got Pluto, the planet of death, rebirth, and transformation, going retrograde. Saturn, the planet of where we learn our deepest lessons, and the planet of restrictions and responsibilities, is retrograde. Neptune, the planet of illusion, confusion, and fear. But on the other side of that is trust in the universe, trust in the divine, is also retrograde. And Jupiter, 2 days ago, just went retrograde. So Jupiter is the planet of good fortune and abundance. So when all 4 of those planets are retrograde, now, mind you, retrograde means anything with the prefix RE, reevaluate, rethink, revise, redecorate, just rest, relax, going inward. When we've got 4 planets in retrograde, it really is, so to speak, slamming on the brakes so that we can look around at where the energy of the year has taken us. The year started out really, really quick. The energy's gone really, really fast.
Yeah,
And now this is the month where we're kind of slowing down.
yeah. So something stood out in what you said. I don't remember what planet it was about trust in the divine.
Neptune.
Neptune. How can we tap into that more and understand that what's happening?
Well, Neptune also represents creativity. And when we're doing something creative and reevaluating our creative pursuits, it opens a channel that helps us to trust in the universe. It helps us to trust in the divine energy. When we're in a creative zone, when we're not creating, when we're restricting that creative energy, we're not trusting, we're not doing the things that really fill us up spiritually.
Hmm. Wow, I'm loving that. Okay, so it's not all bad stuff, right? It's just
No.
some serious stuff that's asking us to slow down. The other image that popped up too while you were talking was this young metal to me is military, right? It's that
Yeah.
militant, disciplined, super um, structured energy that God, you throw a monkey in there, like it's like throwing a monkey, right? We say throw a monkey wrench in, and it just like maybe like expect the unexpected. Maybe there's potential where this old stubborn energy or systems can be
Yeah.
read a little bit. We see it here and there. We don't hear it all because we don't have
Yeah.
all the information. But what do you think about
Yeah. Well, expecting the unexpected is definitely on the roster for this month. We've got Uranus, the planet of expecting the unexpected, in the sign of Taurus, which is an earth sign, which is kind of earth shaking kind of energy. And it is expecting the unexpected. We at the end of July, we experienced the conjunction of Uranus, the North Node, and also Mars coming together to bring major shifts in unexpected energy. And that's just going to be a theme that continues through August.
Wow. Okay, well, buckle in, everyone, and be silly. Be silly about it.
Yeah, the other image I get in my brain is it's kind of like when you see young metal, it's kind of like it's kind of like the monkey bars at the
Oh,
at
yeah.
the playground, and the
Mhm.
monkey just sees the structure in front of him and he just goes and plays. So we need to remember to be playful when we're receiving major headlines, or when we're receiving bad news or even good news. We need to keep that light energy.
I agree because we get so boxed in, and it's like, no, Let's break it down. Let's tear it up.
Yeah,
Are you gonna pull a card for us today?
I did, and I just looked at it, and it makes me laugh every time. So this is the 7 of Earth,
Okay. Oh.
and the 7 of Earth, again, that Earth energy, that mountain energy, it says, "A temporary pause and action."
Wow.
So we're pausing this month. We're really taking a second to rest, to recuperate, to really, really rethink everything that we've done throughout the year
Mhm.
and pause before we move forward with the rest of the year.
Now, I can already hear like me and other people saying, but what if I have plans? What if there's something I'm supposed to do? Or, I was expecting this or that to happen. Can we still push forward on those things? Can we still move into that?
Well, it's kind of like when we look at the clash in Chinese astrology, the tiger and the monkey, and you said this is kind of a year breaker energy. The clash asks us to slow down, and rather than doing that really final strong push,
Mhm.
we want to slow down and just reevaluate before we push.
Okay.
So any major projects that you've got going, and I'm talking to myself too, my house is on the market, it hasn't sold yet. So I'm guessing that the energy might slow down for this month. So just know that any major projects that you've got going on, it might just slow down a bit, and that's okay. Next month, you can kind of pick up the energy and
And that's
start
when
again.
we trust in the divine, if
Yeah,
anything, right?
we have to trust, because when Neptune goes retrograde, it requires us to trust. It requires us to go, okay, what do I really believe in? What do I really believe about the universe? So yeah, we're putting it to the test this month.
And I want to cut us off here, but I'm loving this conversation because what you're making me realize is that for me, I'll just speak about me personally. But what happens, especially with this young earth, because I'm a young earth person, and so I can speak to this young earth energy, is when there's a slowdown, when things are like we feel like we're getting that pushback, like the tiger monkey pushback, then I fall back into old patterns, old habits of thinking and
Yeah,
processing this. Oh no, see, I knew this wasn't going to happen. I don't deserve this. I'm not
yeah,
worthy, right? So we need to be careful with that. And we
yeah,
can't
we
allow
do.
ourselves to go there because the monkey won't tolerate it. He doesn't want to hear your drama at all.
Yeah,
So really, whether you have a monkey in your chart or not, allow the monkey to teach you to be curious about new things, new ways of looking at things, exploring some, just even if it's just a distraction to get you through the month so that you don't fall back into those old ways.
yeah. And do something creative. Do something that is going to get your mind off of it. Whoever your favorite musician is, blast the music when you're driving in your car or dance around the house. Do something to break those negative thought patterns that you're saying that I'm not worthy or I'm undeserving. I pulled another card just to kind of speak to this, and it's the 3 of air. It's saying having great sadness, but needing to take a moment to heal, forgiving yourself and forgiving others. So if that young earth energy kind of creeps up from the past and says, hey, remember this? This is why you don't deserve such and such.
Mhm.
Do something creative. Use that monkey energy to lighten things up and be like, I don't listen to that anymore. I'm restructuring my thought processes to do something more positive.
Yeah. Even, it's I always love to look at the connections. It's a monkey month. This is when kids start going back to school and adults, right? And
Yeah.
so it is speaks to that curious, like Curious George, the yellow school bus, getting back. So maybe it's you signing up for classes or you doing an online
Mhm.
workshop or going, doing yoga classes or doing something different. Find something else that can move you through this time and space that we're experiencing right now so that you have another tool.
Mhm.
Monkeys are so good at that. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh. I just love this so much. I want to keep going. Anything else you'd like to close on?
No.
Okay.
Lighten up, people.
Lighten up. I love it. Okay, well, we will see you next month. You know how to reach us. There's links down below. Take care. Bye bye.
Bye.